In a dense forest, there once lived a mighty lion. He was considered the king of all animals, yet he never behaved like a true king. Instead of protecting his kingdom, he spread terror throughout the jungle. Every day, the lion would mercilessly kill and eat the creatures of the forest. Because of his cruelty, all the animals began to live in fear. They hid in caves, behind trees, and even stopped roaming freely. Life in the jungle became dark and silent under the shadow of the lion's power. After some time, the animals could no longer bear the suffering. They decided to gather at one place to discuss a way to survive. Many voices rose, full of fear and sadness. At last, a clever jackal stepped forward and said, "Why should we die randomly at the lion's hands every day? Instead, let us go to him one by one. Each day, one of us will become his meal. In this way, the lion will eat, but the rest of us can live our lives peacefully until our turn comes." The animals, though sad, realized that the jackal's suggestion was the only possible way to save themselves from complete destruction. After long discussion, they all agreed to the plan. The jackal then went to the lion and explained everything politely. The lion listened carefully, his eyes glowing with hunger. Then, with a mighty roar, he declared, "I am the king of this jungle. I accept your proposal. But remember this, if ever an animal fails to arrive on time, I will not sit quietly. I will once again hunt freely, and many of you will die." The jackal bowed his head in agreement and left. From the next day onward, one animal was sent daily to the lion. The lion accepted the arrangement, enjoying his meal without wasting energy in hunting. For some time, the system worked. Each day, an animal went to him, and the jungle remained relatively peaceful. But deep inside, fear never left the hearts of the animals. They waited anxiously, knowing that one day their turn would surely come. One day, the turn came for a little rabbit. Unlike the others, this rabbit was very intelligent and clever. He did not want to simply give up his life in the lion's jaws. He thought to himself, if I go like the others, I will die, and the lion will continue to kill every day. But if I use my wisdom, perhaps I can save not only myself but also the whole jungle. With this thought, the rabbit made a plan. He deliberately delayed his journey to the lion's den. By the time he reached, the lion was already furious with hunger. The moment the rabbit appeared, the lion roared in anger. "I warned all of you. If anyone comes late, I will not remain silent. You have broken the promise. Now I will hunt in the jungle again and kill whoever I wish." The rabbit bowed respectfully and said calmly, "Forgive me, my lord. The delay was not my fault. Something very serious happened on my way here." The lion narrowed his eyes and growled, "What excuse do you have now? Speak quickly before I tear you apart." The rabbit took a deep breath and said, "My king, while I was coming here, I was stopped by another lion. He stood in my way and threatened to eat me. I told him that I belonged to you, the true ruler of this jungle, and I must report to you. But he laughed at me and said you were weak and unworthy of being king. He boasted that he had killed elephants with his claws, and that you were nothing in comparison. He swore that one day he would defeat you and take over the jungle." Hearing these words, the lion's rage grew uncontrollable. He roared so loudly that the trees trembled. "How dare another lion challenge me? Where is he? Take me to him at once. I will show him who the real king is." The rabbit bowed and said softly, "As you wish, my lord. Please follow me." The clever rabbit slowly led the lion through the forest. He made sure to walk in such a way that the lion would grow more impatient and furious with every step. Finally, they reached an old, deep well in the middle of the jungle. The rabbit stopped and pointed toward it. "My lord," said the rabbit, "the arrogant lion is hiding inside this well. He said he would not come out, but he is waiting for you. Look inside, and you will see him mocking you." Without a second thought, the lion ran to the well and looked down. In the clear water, he saw his own reflection. Mistaking it for another lion, he roared in anger. The echo from the well made it seem as if the other lion was roaring back at him with equal pride. The rabbit shouted, "See, my king. He dares to roar back at you. He is insulting you, right before your eyes." The lion's anger knew no bounds. He believed another lion was truly challenging him from inside the well. Without pausing to think, he roared again with all his strength. The sound echoed back louder, making him certain that his enemy was just as fierce. Blinded by rage, the lion shouted, "How dare you defy me? I will destroy you right now." With that, he leapt straight into the well, claws extended and teeth bared. But there was no other lion, only water. With a loud splash, the lion fell deep inside. He thrashed, roared, and tried to climb out, but the slippery stones and the depth of the water trapped him. No matter how hard he fought, he could not escape. The rabbit stood safely outside the well, watching quietly. At last, the terrifying ruler of the jungle had been defeated, not by strength, but by wisdom. The clever rabbit had not only saved himself, but also freed all the animals of the jungle from the lion's terror. The jungle, once filled with fear and silence, slowly returned to life. Birds sang in the trees, deer grazed freely in the meadows, and monkeys played joyfully in the branches. The animals gathered around the rabbit, praising his intelligence and bravery. "You have saved us all," they said. "Because of your wisdom, we no longer live in fear of the lion." The rabbit spoke humbly, "Friends, strength alone cannot always protect us. When faced with danger, we must use our minds. Brains can achieve what force cannot. Today, we are free because we chose wisdom over fear. From that day onward, the forest was peaceful. The animals lived in harmony, respecting each other and remembering the clever rabbit who showed that intelligence can overcome even the strongest foe. Moral: intelligence and wisdom are greater than brute strength.